There exists a book that defies every attempt at understanding a manuscript so strange, so complex, and so mysterious that even the greatest minds in history have failed to decode it. This is the story of the Voynich Manuscript, a 15th century enigma that has haunted historians, linguists, and cryptographers for over 600 years. Our story begins in the year 1912, when an antique book dealer named Wilfrid Voynich stumbled upon an old chest inside the Villa Mondragon, near Rome. Among the dusty collection of medieval works, he found a small, handwritten manuscript filled with bizarre drawings of plants that don't exist, astronomical diagrams that don't make sense, and pages upon pages of text written in an unknown language. Voynich had no idea that he had just rediscovered one of the most mysterious artifacts in human history. The manuscript contained over 240 pages, written on fine vellum-treated calfskin. The ink was brownish, the drawings vividly colored with greens, blues, and yellows, but what truly made it stand out was its language. The letters seemed familiar, almost like Latin or early European script, but they weren't. It wasn't any known alphabet, not Greek, not Hebrew, not Arabic, not even an invented cipher that anyone could recognize. Voynich sent copies of the pages to scholars and codebreakers across Europe and America. Yet, despite their efforts, no one could make sense of it. The more they studied it, the stranger it became. Some believed it was written by a brilliant alchemist hiding his knowledge in a secret code. Others thought it was the work of an alien or a time traveler. As the decades passed, the Voynich manuscript found its way to Yale University, where it remains locked in the Voynich Rare Book Library under strict preservation. It has been scanned and studied thousands of times, but the mystery only deepens. The book's contents are divided into several sections based on its illustrations. The first part seems botanical, pages full of strange plants, drawn in meticulous detail. But none of these plants exist in the real world. They seem like hybrids of known species or creations from another planet. The next section is astronomical, filled with celestial diagrams, stars, and zodiac symbols. Then comes the biological section, and perhaps the strangest of all. It shows naked women bathing in interconnected tubs, connected by strange pipes and channels. Some scholars think it represents the human body, the flow of life, or maybe something entirely symbolic. There's also a section with what looks like recipes or formulas, pages of text followed by lists of star-like symbols. Many believe this could be a medieval medical book, a pharmacopoeia describing ancient herbal remedies, but without knowing the language, no one can be sure. Now, the real question arises: who wrote this book? One theory points to Roger Bacon, a 13th century English philosopher and scientist known for his experiments in alchemy and optics. Voynich himself believed Bacon was the author, and that the manuscript held the secrets of the universe. However, carbon dating later revealed that the parchment was made between 1404 and 1438, long after Bacon's time. So that theory crumbled. Another idea suggests the book might be a hoax, a meaningless jumble of symbols designed to look mysterious and valuable. But this theory has one major problem. The text follows consistent linguistic patterns. It obeys the laws of syntax, as if it were a real language. The words repeat in a structured way, with prefixes and suffixes that seem to have meaning. Random scribbles wouldn't show such order. In the 1940s, American cryptographers who worked on breaking Nazi codes during World War II were given copies of the manuscript. They were the best code breakers in the world. Yet, after years of study, they gave up. Even the great William Friedman, the man who helped crack Japan's Purple Code, could not solve it. Modern technology has added new layers to the mystery. In the 21st century, researchers used artificial intelligence and linguistic analysis to compare the Voynich script with hundreds of known languages. Some patterns suggested it might be based on Hebrew or Old Turkish. Others proposed it could be a lost dialect, a shorthand, or even a form of constructed language designed to hide information. But perhaps the most fascinating clue lies in the illustrations themselves. Among the pages are astronomical diagrams showing stars and planets. One page depicts the Pleiades cluster, also known as the Seven Sisters. Another shows a strange, spiral-like galaxy shape, Could it be that the author had advanced astronomical knowledge, or was it simply symbolic art from an unknown culture? Then there's the biological section, of naked women bathing in green pools connected by intricate tubes. Some researchers think this could represent the lymphatic system or female anatomy, centuries before such details were understood in science. Others believe it symbolizes spiritual rebirth or alchemical transformation, of the purification of the soul. And yet, every time someone proposes an answer, new questions appear. In 2017, a team from the University of Alberta used AI to analyze the manuscript and concluded that the language might be an encoded form of Hebrew. They claimed to have decoded a few words like light, farmer, and air. But when linguists reviewed their results, they found inconsistencies suggesting it might have been coincidence, not true translation. Some believe the author was a woman, perhaps a nun or herbalist, writing a private book of remedies in her own invented language to protect her secrets. Others think it was an early form of constructed language, a proto-scientific attempt at universal communication, centuries before Esperanto or binary code. Another astonishing theory links the manuscript to the Cathars, a secret religious group in medieval Europe who were persecuted for their beliefs. According to this idea, the book encodes their spiritual teachings, disguised in symbols to protect it from the church. But again, there is no hard proof. No matter how much technology advances, the Voynich manuscript remains sealed in silence. Linguists, cryptographers, and historians continue to chase its meaning, but it seems to resist all attempts to be understood. The more it is studied, the more it seems like a message from another world. There's also something peculiar about how the script behaves. Every word in the manuscript has a rhythm, a consistency, yet as though it was written effortlessly, like someone fluent in that unknown tongue. That suggests it wasn't just copied symbols. The writer knew what they were writing, even if we don't. The ink and pigments used were found to be consistent with 15th century Europe. The vellum, too, was genuine and ancient. There's no evidence it was forged in modern times. Whoever wrote it lived in the early Renaissance, an age of transition, where science, magic, and religion intertwined. Maybe the Voynich manuscript is a window into a forgotten culture, one that spoke a language now lost to time. Or maybe it's a record of dreams and visions, a spiritual diary written in a code only its author could understand. Some even speculate that the book might not be meant to be read at all, that it's an artistic expression of mystery itself, designed to make us question our limits. Page after page, the manuscript teases us with meaning just out of reach. Each symbol feels deliberate, purposeful, but just beyond translation. For centuries, scholars have stared at these pages, trying to find patterns in the impossible. But the manuscript stares back, silent and eternal. And so, the book continues to defy us, an ancient whisper from the past that no one can answer. Maybe its message is not meant for us at all. Maybe it was written for another time, another world, or maybe, just maybe, for the thrill of the unknown itself.